A very good evening to one and all, and on behalf of the Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka, I take this privilege to welcome you all to today's webinar, Scout Skillo. Before we go ahead and talk about today's webinar, I would like to welcome our State Chief Commissioner, Sri PGR Sindhya sir, to kindly give the opening remarks.
Good evening, friends, my dear children, respected teachers, and adult leaders of Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka. ನನಗೆ ಈ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾರಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಪೆಂಡಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಕರೋನಾ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಅನ್ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ during this corona period because you are missing your teachers, you are missing your friends, you are missing your classrooms, you are missing your games. So many things you are missing. But I am confident and naturally all these things since you will be missing, you will be in a very unhappy mood. But Bharat Scouts and Guides always, we believe under any circumstances we are prepared, be prepared. We are prepared to face this situation. The situation is quite discouraging. But it has to come to an end and it will come to an end, there is no doubt about it. Every war and every battle, it has come to an end. And the end will be always better. In the last 1.5 years, the whole world is suffering from this corona pandemics. During this period, we have to keep physically fit, mentally alert, and we should gain as much knowledge as possible. That is the reason in Karnataka and also in India, the Scouts and Guides, we are doing our best to keep you engaged, keep the teachers engaged, keep our adult leaders engaged, and also do service. I am so happy that many of our district chief commissioners all over the country and particularly in Karnataka and state like Orissa, they have developed in lot of, they have indulged themselves, they have engaged in many constructive activities, particularly making masks. Several lakhs of masks have been made in the entire country. Karnataka itself, we have made more than 40 lakhs of masks and we have distributed. The credit will go to all the children, their parents and the teachers and the adult leaders. Similarly, they involved themselves in spite of the corona serious situation. They did lot of service. They did lot of service, staking their lives. More than 10,000 people in Karnataka itself, and several thousands people in many states all over the country. This credit should go to the leaders of Scouts and Guides. For the last 100 years, after BP founded this great organization, our elders have struggled and their sacrifices and their dedication has resulted in this organization. Several lakhs of boys and girls have been indulging in all these activities. I would like to pay a compliment to each one of you for attending this educational webinar. Scout system education is something different from other systems. The bad system, which is wonderful, you will learn the skills. A scout or a guide should have skills, then only you become a scout or a guide. So this is the right time we thought that our boys and girls will learn a lot of skills from IT to agriculture. This is what we thought. And I am very happy that our Madhusudan Avala, our Deputy International Commissioner, a wonderful personality, a knowledgeable man, a visionary, who is worried about this situation, and he has done his best in organizing these activities through using this IT platform, webinars, seminars, meetings, all that has been organized not only at the national level, at the state level, but also at the international level. Right from environmental issues to skill developments and other things. So today, we are having a very interesting webinar on bookbinding. This is a proficiency batch. Anybody can learn, but this will be very, very useful. And that particular age, if you learn it, when you are a youngster, this will go a long way toward the life. That is the reason they have organized this webinar. I would like to welcome all of you, and I would like to compliment each one of you. This is a skill. Please learn. Thank you. Mr. Madhusudan, wish you all the best. I have another meeting of a district leaders of Bagalkot. I have to attend, but I gave preference to you because you are all youngsters. And it is only for your development we are all working. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your blessings. And as always, you have always given priority to the young people, the scouts and guides, and this demonstrates everything. Thank you very much for this, sir. Good evening, scouts, guides, and unit leaders, cubs and bulbuls who are joining here. I know there are a lot of LTs and ALTs joining also. Good evening to all the leader trainers and assistant leader trainers. Scout Skillo is one of the important scouting from home activities that Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka is providing to the young people of the country. What exactly we are doing here is we are just putting all the proficiency badges that is there for the scouts, and we are ensuring that these proficiency badges come handy during the lockdown, and we keep each and everyone engaged. Allow me to share the screen now. Let me start sharing the screen. And what is Scout Skillo we are doing is we are opening the workstations for you all to come and work. We want to transform your hobby to life skill. And if you have a hobby, you can make it more skillful. This is what we call as passion meets a profession. Now in Scout Skillo, any scout, guide, rover, ranger can take part. Even cubs and bulbuls can take part in these activities. What you have to do is you have to complete each and every activity that we give during the Scout Skillo sessions, and you are free to choose your skills. We will giving you 2 skills a week. In the next 1 year, we are going to give many more, 100 more skills. Out of this 100 skills, what you have to do is you need to complete minimum number of skills, and you need to upload all these things before 31st March 2022. When you upload, what is that you will get? This is open to all. When you acquire 15 skills, friends, one thing we have to remember, this is not badge hunting. Normally what we do, we complete our logbook, get the signature, go get the badge. Yes, that is the end of it. But this Scout Skillo is all about practical thing, gaining and acquiring skills. You get 15 skills, you will be rewarded with a certificate and a blue patch. Along with that 15 skills, add another 5 skills. If you add another 5 skills, you will complete the green level and you'll get a green badge. And the last level is the golden level, where you need to complete 25 skills. If you acquire 25 skills, then you will be eligible for the golden badge and a medal. It will be a medal and a certificate signed by the State Chief Commissioner, Sri PGR Sindhya. So this is about Scout Skillo. For the people who are joining for the first time, this is the information. Today we are going to deal all about book binding. Okay, you can see there's a lot of books right behind me, correct? So why bookbinding? What is the importance of bookbinding? This is what we are going to see in this today's webinar. So friends, now when we talk about books and binding, we all use books in our daily life, especially the young people. You all are going to the school. When you go to the school, college, what you do is you always carry books, and for every subject you have a book. Maybe for one subject you may have two or three books also. One is a project book, one is the classwork, one more is the homework. So at the end of the year, when you look at these books, many books will not have completed more than 50% of its pages. You would not have completed more than 50% of your pages. But when the next year comes, we give all these books to the kabadiwala, we give it to the old paper person, and we get new books. So let us see how we can reuse this. You might remember one of the flagship projects of BSc Karnataka, which is known as 4R. So in the 4R, one of the most recyclable things what we said is the old books, the newspaper, these can be recycled. So let us see what is the role you're going to play in this bookbinding. What are you going to do at your home? Now, when you look at your own book, you should be able to see a lot of leaves. You should be able to see a lot of branches. The paper comes from trees. So every book you're using is somewhere or the other, we have destroyed one or the other tree. This is what we all have to remember. But that is nature. Without paper, we will not be able to survive. We need paper for a lot of things. For our certificates, we need paper. For to write our exams, we need our paper. To study, we need our paper because the textbooks come from that. To learn, we need paper. To maintain our documents, we need paper. But what we are trying to tell you is use it judiciously. You have to always use things judiciously so that you will contribute to the globe, to the Mother Earth. And when you follow and do this bookbinding, you will be contributing to four different sustainable development goals. One is quality education, where you're getting educated yourself. Clean water and sanitation. How water and sanitation? You'll be thinking, right? We will learn this in this webinar. And responsible consumption and production. So you should be responsible the way you are consuming things, how responsibly you consume. And when we save trees, we are promoting climate action so that the earth is more peaceful. So this is what you will contribute by becoming a bookbinder, by acquiring the skills of bookbinder. So friends, if you have some paper, glue, needle, scissor, keep it handy. We will use all these things. We will tell you how you can use these things during the course of our journey. To achieve this bookbinder, what should you do? One thing is you should know how papers are made. And this is part of your 4R activity. Second, what is that you're going to contribute to sustainable development goals, which I have already explained. And you should know different types of paper and its specifications. We will let you know about it. Know the different types of binding and how to make a simple binding at home. Make your own notebook from old notebook left out papers for your regular work, and how to make a cover for your notebook, do it yourself thing. And we will also teach you how to contribute the old notebook and contribute it to the needy boy or a girl who cannot afford it. So these are the 8 simple activities what you need to do to complete this bookbinder skill activity as a part of Scout Skillo. So now friends, I'm going to show you one small video, and this video will tell you how paper is made. Okay. So now you saw how the paper is made, right? So friends, now I'll have time for you to ask some questions and you have to answer these questions. Now, my first question to you is, how many trees are cut to make a paper on an average? In a year, how many trees are cut to make paper? Can you answer? I'm waiting for your answers. 17 trees, no idea. 1000 trees, 1 ton. Okay. Thousands, more than 500, 17 trees, uncountable, 32 trees, 1000 trees, 12 trees are cut to make one paper. Very good. Infinite, more than 1 ton equal to 17 trees. For single paper, 17 trees. How many of you are asking Google auntie, uncle and answering? That also I can see. Okay, perfect. I will give you answers. I will give you answers for this question. Before I give answer to these questions, the next question. How much of water is consumed to make paper? To make one sheet of paper, how much of water is consumed? Let us see. What do you say? How much water is consumed to make paper? 10 gallons, 1 liter, 1 liter, 1000 liter, more than 1 liter, 2 glasses of water. Very good. 4 liters, 10 liters, 0.5 TMC of water, little water. Okay. 10 liters of water, 15 liters. Okay. 2 glasses, 15 liter, 500 ml. Okay. 1 to 2 liters. Very good. Minimum 5 glasses. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Let us wait for the answer now. Before I give you the answers, one more question in front of you. Okay, one paper, how much of carbon waste does it produce? This is a little tricky question. How much of carbon waste does it produce? Okay, any answers coming? No answers, sir. Carbon waste. You know what is carbon footprint? The carbon dioxide which we leave is called as the carbon footprint. So when one paper is produced, how much of carbon footprint is left? Okay, 50%, 7 tons, 6,000 kgs, 1.6 lbs, 78%, 50%, 5 to 7%, 1%. Okay, interesting. Mhm. Well, friends, well. Now, it is the time to give you the answers. I'll not keep you guessing or I'll not keep you in suspicion. Now, 8 big trees are cut to produce 1000 to 1500 pounds of A4 size paper. Okay. So, one rim of A4 size paper, 75 GSM, is equal to 5 pounds. Now, A4 size paper, most of you would have seen in the photo shop, photocopying machine shop, where you call a Xerox shop, photocopying shop. You can see that big bundle. Na? One bundle will make 5 pounds. So 200 to 300 ream of paper is made with 8 trees. Imagine how big are 8 trees. 8 ಮರಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆ 8 ಮರದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದು ಬರೀ ಒಂದು 200 ರೀಮ್ ಪೇಪರ್. 200 ream paper is 200 into 500. How much is 200 into 500? 10,000. For 10,000 papers, 8 big trees are cut. So here what I want you all to think, food for thought. Imagine how much paper so far in your life you have consumed. And it means to tell that that many number of trees you have eaten or you have consumed. Can you guess, each one of you, how many trees you would have consumed by now? Any guess? How many trees you would have consumed? Uncountable, very good. 20 trees, very good. 100 trees, more than 100 trees. No, sir, somebody is telling no, you have not consumed a tree also. Good. Jyoti is telling 1000. Chirag, 20 big trees. Abhijit, infinite. Okay. Mhm. Fine, it is good you have consumed because we cannot help. We have to study, we have to gain knowledge, we have to read newspaper. So for that, we have to think. But second thing, what you have to think is when you have consumed so many trees, how many trees have you given back to Mother Earth? How many trees have you planted? How many saplings have you given? So think about it. Okay, have a discussion with your parents. Have a discussion with your brothers and sisters. Okay, have a discussion with your grandparents about the trees, how much you have consumed and what you can give back. Now, water. To produce one A4 sheet of paper, you need 10 liters of water. Don't laugh, huh? I can see many people laughing. Nothing to laugh. For one A4 size paper, you need 10 liters of water. Don't joke, sir. No, I'm not joking. It is a fact. Yes. For one A4 size paper, it takes 10 liters of water to be consumed. Somebody is telling, oh my God, with 10 liters of water, I'll take bath for one time. Yes, you need 10 liters of water to take bath. That is also good. Don't cry. This is true. Yes, Shravari, it is not fair, but that is the reality. We have to accept the fact. So imagine how much water is there in your one notebook. You think it is a 100 pages notebook, approximately it will be 50 A4 size papers. So 500 liters of water is needed to prepare your one notebook. You cannot tell that you will not use sheet only. You have to use sheet, but you should be responsible in using. Many times what we do, we take a piece of paper, we scribble. If it is not good, see, I'll just take an example. I'm taking this piece of paper. If this is not good, what I do, I'll just crumble it like this, and I'll throw it. Like this, how many of you have thrown paper? You scribble, then you just and throw it. Correct? Me, yes, I like it. You're accepting that you're doing this. There's nothing wrong. This is human tendency. This is human nature. Because we were not aware of all these things. Feel bad to Mother Earth, na? Yes. We always feel bad when we know the reality. See what all good things Mother Earth has given us. So, friends, from today, you should be more responsible. That is what I was telling. When you become a responsible consumer of paper, then you will contribute to clean water and sanitation. We cannot make paper with dirty water. We need clean water. So if we use clean water to make paper, what will we do to drink water? I can tell you one example. Anybody has heard about the city called as Durban in South Africa? Durban in South Africa. If you have heard about Durban in South Africa, this is the first city in the world where there is shortage of water. And like how they give ration through the ration card, for every citizen, drinking water is limited. They can have only 5 liters of water per week. For cooking, they can have only this many liters of water. Yes, there is a drought. It is not drought. They don't have water. Drought is when the water comes, when the rain does not come for 1 year, 2 years, that becomes drought. But when water comes and water is taken by the earth and we don't have sufficient water, this is what is happening. Salt water cannot be used. You have to treat salt water to make it sweet water. That cost itself will be huge. 1 liter of water will cost you thousands of rupees. Singapore was trying to do that, but now they are buying water from Malaysia. Okay, so this is just some idea for you to know. If you waste paper, it is not only wasting paper. Where you are impacting, what is it you are affecting? You affect trees, you affect ecology, you affect water, which is one of the important resources. Now let us move on to the next thing. Carbon waste. One sheet of paper will roughly produce 92 lbs of carbon dioxide. Okay, so 500 sheet will produce 4.5 lbs carbon dioxide. That is approximately 2.1 kg of carbon dioxide. Today we are all gasping for oxygen. Oxygen is not there. The more oxygen we produce, the more waste, the more harm we do to the ecology. So these are the three things which you need to be aware of. Many places people go to oxygen banks, oxygen bars to get oxygen. Okay, so lbs means pounds. Yes, it is a unit of measurement used in the UK. It is pounds, like how we say kilograms and then grams, like that. Now in terms of kilograms, 2.1 kilograms for 500 sheets. Okay, yes. So if you are very clear about it, today I want you all to take a pledge that you'll stop wasting paper. Are you all wanting to take that pledge? Advait, tell me, what is the truth? Advait, tell me, what is the truth? You think we are not producing 2.1 kgs of carbon dioxide? Yes, we pledge. Today we pledge to reduce the use of paper. We will not pledge that we will not use paper. We will reduce the use of paper. We will not waste paper. We will recycle paper. These are the pledges you have to take. I pledge to recycle paper. I will not waste paper. I will reuse paper. So these are the things what you need to look into it. Okay. Now let us see what further we have in store for you today. Now, how do you measure the paper? Many a times paper, everything has different kinds of measurement, correct? So paper is always measured in GSM. This is gram per square meter. Okay. If you take a paper and you cut it into 1 meter square, when you cut it into 1 meter square, and when you see the weight of it, then you will get to know how many grams the paper is. Now you can see there's different papers. The Xerox paper or the photocopying paper, 75 GSM, 100 GSM, 90 GSM paper. Many times when you have done project, your teacher would have told you, please do this project in a 90 GSM paper. Please use 75 GSM paper. Like this, per gram square is the unit of measurement of paper. So how this paper are used? The lightest of the paper is 35 to 55 grams. So you can find this lightest paper in terms of newspaper. This can be lightest. Tissue papers, they are the lightest. So they vary from 35 to 55 grams. Like the tracing paper. You know, the tracing paper is one of the lightest. It is transparent up to the newsprint. Then 75 to 90 GSM. This comes in different kinds of examination paper, white paper, notebooks. All this we use 75 to 90 GSM. And 90 to 100 GSM, generally we use it for different kind of books, some good reading books like that, and some magazines. They use all these kind of things. Then we have 120 to 140 GSM paper, which is used to make promotional posters, different kind of creative work, the infographics, all these things are used. And then we have 210 to 300 GSM boards. These are used to do the certificates. You can find your softbound book as the wrapper, that is 210 to 300 GSM. And more than that, we have a lot of cards, invitation cards, greeting cards, wedding cards. All this is 350 to 450 GSM. So why I'm telling you all this GSM is, now you know how much of paper we are using for different purpose. You can imagine this and say where you can save paper. Okay. So now, how can we recycle paper? I will show you one small video where we will show you how to recycle the paper. Kindly have a look at it. Friends, this is one activity for you all. Do it yourself at home. Okay. You can try and do this activity. So when we talk about the paper, it is not only the paper which you use for writing or the notebooks, even the other kind of paper you use during the household things, where it can be kitchen towels, tissue papers. There's a lot of papers. Okay. Now let us continue with our experiment of this book binding. Now I'm trying to bring you facts about paper, how you can do things by yourself. The different kinds of paper, as I told you in GSM, they may be called as bond paper, gloss paper, matte paper, recycled paper, silk coated paper, watermarked paper. Different names you'll get. There are only a few which I have tried to mention, but you can find different kinds of paper. Now, when this paper comes, they are bound into different kinds: perfect binding, case binding, broad book binding, wire binding, spiral binding. You can see there are different kinds of bindings, what you can see. But what binding are we talking about? We are talking about you acquiring the skill to recycle your own notebooks and become a household book binder. You can know the knowledge and skill of making a spiral binding. We will teach you the skill of making a case binding. We will also teach you the skill of making a broad book binding. Okay. Now, when we have to do the binding, what we need is we need to get glue. Good amount of glue we need. So now this is lockdown. There's only limited Fevicol at home. There's only limited glue at home. How can we make glue at home? So this is one thing which I'd like to share it with you all to show you how the glue can be made at home. Okay. The best way to make glue at home is very simple. You need to have two ingredients. One is water and the other one is you need little bit of maida. Maida means it is like all-purpose flour. It is known as the all-purpose flour. ಸೊ ಮೈದಾ ಹಿಟ್ಟು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಯೋದು ಮೈದಾ ಹಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. You should take a little bit of water, say equal proportion. If water is 200 ml, even the 200 grams of maidas, both in equal proportion. And then what you do is boil the water. Nicely boil the water till it steams. So after boiling the water, you need to be very careful. Don't burn your hands. You can take the help of your parents, especially cups and bulbuls. If you're doing it, ask your father, mother, parents, grandparents to help you for this activity. You are not supposed to do it alone. Okay. And then you take that hot water and you start pouring the water and you mix it. When you start mixing, it will take different forms. Initially, it will granulate, then it will become a dough, then it will become a paste. Pour water and mix it thoroughly until it becomes a paste. Once it becomes a paste, it will look like this and your glue is ready to use. You leave it for 1 hour, let it cool down. After it cools down, your glue is ready to be used. Okay. After this, the next thing what you need to do is prepare your glue. And now under the project 4R, if you have collected lot of old papers, you take all the papers and you segregate them, all the blank papers. Okay. You take all the blank papers, you segregate the blank papers and you keep it with you. Okay. Yes, it is very, very easy. Homemade glue is very easy. You can store this glue for 3 days, 4 days. After that, it will stink. So don't keep it. It will attract a lot of mosquitoes. Use it only for 3 or 4 days. If you have a refrigerator, you can share it in the refrigerators. Yes, in the villages, they use for flower decoration. Not only in the villages, it is used in the cities also. You'll find during the weddings, there's a lot of colorful cutout put. In that, they'll have put flowers and all. They use this glue only to stick it. Okay. When I was a child, even I have tried making it and burn my hands also. And I also learned this book binding, making this glue, doing the binding. When I used to go to my grandmother's house, there was a printing press, which was on the ground floor of my grandmother's house. So I used to go to the printing press and learn all this binding work. And I used to get the glue from them and I used to make the book. Now we will give you practical demonstration about making these books. What are the tools needed? Okay. Now I am passing it on to my friend and colleague, Mr. Sharath, to give this live demo. Over to you, Sharath.
Okay. What I have done is I have taken some of my old papers, like all my old diaries, papers which are left in the diary, and some of my other paper which I had, which is not in use. Now I'm taking some of my old chart paper to support the booklet of the front cover and the back side. So I keep one sheet in the front, one chart paper on the front of all the papers for my cover, and the other one in the end part. So now what we need the tools like a poker, which is very sharp for you to make a hole on the paper sheets. And second one, either if you are not able to find a poker, you can find a nail at your home, a bigger nail, which will help you to hammer it and make a hole on it. Then you need a needle, bigger needle, which and a twine thread, white twine thread. Most of you would be having it in your home. Now we will see how to do it. So on the left side of the paper, we need to make a booklet. We need to bind it on the left side. So now here what I'm going to do is, we have to take the center of this paper, and then we have to mark the center and put a hole, make a hole here. So you can just hammer it, and then you can do it on the top, little topper, and one on the bottom. Okay, now you can all see. So I have 3 holes now. Now what we have to do is, we have to first insert in the center of the center hole of the booklet, then pull it. When you have to insert the thread in the needle, you have to see that both the edge of the thread should not be equal. That one thread should be lengthy and the other one will be the short. Okay. Now I have inserted in the first, then take it to the top edge of the hole from the back thread to the front, and again now you can take it to the bottom of the bottom hole, the third hole, from top to bottom, and then you can see now this side it is covered with 3 sides. All the 3 holes are covered. In your back side, you are able to see one side from top to bottom, middle it has covered. From middle to, from bottom to middle, we have to go now. So we are inserting the thread from bottom in the middle hole. So now all the whole things you have covered, you have stitched now. Now you have to put a knot on the center. When you are putting a knot, you have to see both the ropes will be in the same side. So what you have to do is you have to take one edge of the rope to the back side of the notebook where the knot is here, and then you have to bring it to the front side so that your notebook's paper will not come out. And then you have to make a knot here. So once you finish the knot, you can cut the extra thread, and then you can take the cutter, you can cut this, and now your notebook papers are ready to use. So this notebook, you can start using it. Now to hide this stitches, what we can do? Either we can find a tape, color tapes, and you can just put it across this notepad, or you can take even an old cloth like jeans cloth or some cloth, whichever is available, and you can cut it to the notepad size, and then we can paste it with the glue, help of glue. Like this, we can paste it and cut the corners. So this is one of the method where we can use it like a hardbound or hardbound method of binding a notebook. So this notebook, now you can start using it for your rough work, I hope. And now I will also tell you how to do the spiral binding from home itself without using any machine, spiral machine or something. You can make a perfect notebook like this in your hand. We can start using it for your rough work or your regular purpose. So many of us will be having some spiral notebooks at home, old spiral notebooks. After using, we will be throwing it without seeing that there is a spring which can be reusable. So this spring can be reusable again. What you have to do is you need one chart paper for the top cover and one on the last page to look it as a notepad. Then you can take some papers and then what you can do is you have most of you will be having a punch machine at home. So with this help of punch machine, you can draw a line in the edge of the little above, and you can give a space, and then you can draw a straight line here, and then you can start punching all the papers together like this. And if you have put a line, straight line, then you can make a hole punch straight, and then you can take the waste notebook springs, and then you can start putting the springs on this from the bottom side, and this will you will be able to have a perfect spiral bending notepads. So I hope you all can try doing this two methods of making a notebooks, and you can use it for your regular things. The third method, what very simple method for a perfect binding is you take a bunch of paper, and then you can do using a stapler. Everyone will be having a stapler. You can just staple it, 3 or 4 staples. This method we can use, most of you will be using for your projects, to submit your project or activity books, even your professional badges, books, all these things. So you can staple it like this, and you can see the staple, and then we can take a tape, put it on the stapled area. So I have pasted it. Now I'm folding this tape and just covering both the sides. And this will be a perfect binding, what you can do it for your project activities and all. So this is very simple, and you don't need any lot of tools or anything. Only thing is stapler and a tape for you to cover a notepad. And if you want to make a tearable paper, you can take small, you can cut your papers to a small size, and then in the edge of this paper, you have to make it in the same level, and then you can prepare your own glue, what you have prepared using maida, and then, or you can use a Fevicol glue or something, and you can paste it like this on the edge. You can put the glue on this and leave it. Keep it. You have to, while you should not move the paper while putting the glue. You stick it together. Then you paste the glue like this in the edge of the paper. Then, without moving this paper sheets, you have to keep a weight on it and keep it in some place and keep some weight, heavy material, so that the paper will not move. And you can make stick notes like this. You can keep using stick notes, and later what you can do is you can tear one by one. And see, this is how how you can see in the stick notes, the same method as this, how you are using to your glue binding. So this, after the glue is dried, you can start using the paper. After using it, you can tear it and you can use it for stick note. So these are the 4 methods how you can do a binding, and hope you will all enjoy this session and you all practice it with all your old notebooks, which is available with you. Thank you.
So did you all have fun on it? Yes, is it fun? Yes, you are telling it is fun. Okay. Before I proceed with other things, I would like to invite Amulya to tell you about how to maintain your digital notebook. Okay, Amu, over to you.
Hello everyone. So now I'm going to inform you about how you can maintain your own digital logbook. So I hope you would have attended all the webinars that were held about the Scout Skillo badges, and you can submit your logbooks in the way that I will show you now. So all you need to do is to make a Word or a presentation. In that you need to write all the requirements of it. Also, you need to answer to all the questions that are provided in your APRO or as explained in the webinar. And then you need to submit it in the link that will be provided to you. In case you don't have a mobile or a laptop or a tab which facilitates the making of a presentation or a Word file, you can always write it in your own handwriting and then submit it using, you can use a Cam Scanner app and then scan the pages, make it into a PDF and submit it. So now I would like to take you through the website.
You have to share something for us.
So the website link is provided to you in the chat box. You can click on that. There you will notice some of the questions that will be provided to you. It is related to the particular Scout Skillo badges and you will have to attempt each and every question of it. After that, when you scroll down, you will be able to notice the it's a form that you will have to fill. It includes your full name, which is given in the certificate. So you need to write only the name in English, followed by the mobile number or WhatsApp number, and you will have to confirm that number. Before that, you will have to mention to which state association you belong to. If it is Karnataka, you can click on Karnataka, or if it is to any other state, then you can click on other state. Below that, you have district association, and you will have to select which district association from Karnataka or any other state you belong to. After that, you will have your digital scout registration number that you will receive after you register yourself. In case you're not registered, then the link is provided. You can go register yourself. It's again a form that you will have to fill, and you can fill it and register yourself, after which you get a code that has to be entered. Followed by that, we have the full name in English, which is provided in your certificate, followed by mobile number or WhatsApp number. You'll have to enter the mobile or WhatsApp number first and also confirm the number. Next, you need to fill your email ID. If you don't own one, you can give your parents' ID also. And the next one is the address for which the badge can be sent to you. It can be your house address. In the first line, you will have to give your street address. In the second line, which states address line 2, you can give any landmark or any place that is near to it. In the third line, the city name, and the next one is the state name, and then postal or zip code, which is the 6-digit pin code of your area. Next, you need to enter the date of birth. Next to the date of birth column, you have a table on which, when you click, you will get the months, dates, and years. According to that, you can select it and enter the date of birth. Then you have the place where you can select which category you belong to. Is it Scout, Guide, Rover, Ranger, or any other category? So you can and click on it. It's like a checkbox. The next one is your unit or group name, which you're attached to. So that also can be written according to the unit or company or troop that you belong to. Then you will have to attach the file which you have made in order as a logbook, as a digital logbook. It can be a Word file, it can be in PDF form, or a presentation, or it can be something that is handwritten by you in your own handwriting. So you can either drag and drop it, or you can click on choose file and then select it from the file list of yours. Also, you need to make a video or make a poster of you making the, like for example, in this batch, you making a book using the skills that you have learned, or when it comes to cook batch, you cooking, or when it comes to solar batch. So in that case, you will have to make a poster or a video, upload it on your social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and then provide the link to that over the space that is given here under the heading share your social media post link. And after that, you have your share your personal experience. So throughout the batch, you need to share your personal experience about what you learned, what you came to know, what you came across new, and what are the skills that you improved, what are the new skills that you learned. So you can enter that there, and then you can upload it or submit it. So in this way, you can upload your digital logbooks for any Scout Skillo badges. And the activities that you need to do is also mentioned in the beginning. Make sure to attend all the 8 activities and give information in text format, images, charts, or tables, and then you can upload the same file below. I hope you all get it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amulya, for your detailed explanation. Now we will proceed with the webinar. As rightly is shared by Amulya, we all have to give a detailed log of the activities. I'm getting a couple of messages to explain things again. What are the ingredients needed for book binding? Let me show it to you. What you need is one of the needles. You need one nail, and also you need the twine thread. So these are the 3 things. Okay. So with this you can do it. And what you need is the gum tape. Any kind of tape it can be, and then you need the glue, whatever kind of glue, and you can proceed with it. For the digital logbook, what you can do is, as rightly explained by Amulya, you can take the photos of your activity, share it on social media and share the link with us, or you can make a Word document or a PowerPoint presentation or a PDF and upload it. Okay. If you want, you can take small videos also, no problem. It is your creativity and your skill. You can present your project the way you want to present it, okay? And you can upload all the activities with related to book binding in this link, what I am sharing on the screen. You can scan the QR code and you'll be able to upload it, or you can go to BSG Karnataka website, links. On the links, you will find there's a book binder thing, and you will be able to upload all your details on it. Now it is the final time. If you have any questions, we are here to take your questions and we will answer the questions. You can put all your questions on the Q&A button and we will see this thing. Sir, send the link of family tree activity for uploading in the chat box. Yes, we are sending you the link there. It is already in the chat box. Is it compulsory to post on social media? No, it is not compulsory to post on social media, but it is easy for you. If you post it on the social media, you can share the link easily. So that is something what you need to think about. I complete my Scout Go Solar badge in 2090. I am eligible for the badge. No, sorry, Jai Kumar. This is a Scout Skillo activity. It has nothing got to do with the 2019 badge. You need to work again to complete the Scout Skillo. We are twins, so we joined on the same device. No problem, Purnesh. Your twins, same device is agreed, but two separate reports are needed for two separate people. That is no problem. And any more questions? Okay, can you show the bookbinder? Yes, we have already showed it. You have asked this question before we gave the demo. I have submitted my cook badge logbook and video, but got no information about it. Thank you, Pramila. You have submitted your cook badge. It's very good. Our examiners are evaluating it. They will evaluate and get back to you about your cook badge. But you are one of the first 100 members and you will be getting the lucky coupon on it. Okay, what is the next question? Do we really have to save paper? I leave it to your knowledge. If you have to really save paper or not, it's up to you. How to make glue? Rohan, I already showed you how to make glue. You need to revisit our BSD Karnataka page and you can see the video again and you can know how to make the glue. Priya, can you send the link in WhatsApp group of Rani Channamma Open Ranger team? Priya, what I would say is you can add BSG Karnataka official number to this Rani Channamma Open Ranger team group so that we can send direct information to you. Sir, can paper be made with sugarcane? Why only trees? Yes, paper can be made with sugarcane also, but right now what they are doing with the sugarcane remain is they are not making paper. They are using it as fuel for the sugar factories. So that is the reason sugarcane is not used in the production of paper. Zip code is nothing but your postal code. Sir, should we do all types of binding? No, not necessary. You can do binding any kind of your choice. However you feel like, you can make it of your types. If you do all types, it is good for you. If you make one type, also it is okay. It is up to the materials available at your home because you're doing this activity during the period of the pandemic. Okay. Next. When should we complete it? Manya, you can complete it anytime before March next year. Okay. But I would appreciate it if you can do it as early as possible. Sir, Menstrual Cup webinar didn't connected. Please send me the activities. Vaibhavi, we will share you the link of the respective person so that you can talk to them. A specific time limit, Chinmayi, yes, specific time limit is up to March 31st, 2022. Sir, if we use smaller GSM, can we save trees? Definitely. Smaller GSM is smaller amount of paper and water. You can save tree and the resources. Sir, I have done 2-3 books in this lockdown. Very good. You are a genius. Kindly share this knowledge to others. Sir, where do we have to upload the good turn activity? Tejas, you can see the links that we have shared on the chat button. You can share the links there. Can we use recycled paper to save trees? Yes, you can use recycled paper to save trees. And once the lockdown is open, we will invite you all to the actual recycled paper making workshop in Dodbalapur. We will teach you how to make the paper. You can come with your waste paper of 10 kg, 20 kg, you bring it, you make fine paper and you can take it back home. After the lockdown, we will invite you for our skill workshop in Dodbalapur. When is the next webinar? The next webinar is on Monday, and we will send you the details very shortly. Okay. Sir, we submitted activity, we found no certificate. Pavani, this is not certificate hunting, this is skill gaining. So once you complete 10 skills and upload, then you will get your certificate. Okay. Please, my dear scouts and guides, don't go behind certificate hunting. Let us all gain a lot of skill. This is all about skill and to see how you are a king in skills. Krishna Pranav, I already answered your question about sugarcane. We will do it again. Okay, yes, I am not finding any more this thing. Niranjan Kulkarni, you want it to be added in BSG Karnataka? You can go to BSG Karnataka website and you can subscribe to get the updates from BSG Karnataka. We can do it. We will share a number in your WhatsApp. From in your chat box, we will send the official number of BSG Karnataka. You all can send an hi message, hi or hello message onto this number so that you will start getting the updates through WhatsApp also. Until unless you are registered with us, we cannot send you. This is against the law. So what you can do is you can just send an hi button to our what the official number and you will start receiving the activities. While uploading, don't upload old photographs. It should be the present activity photographs because our examiners will see the properties of the photo what you are uploading and we can clearly see what is the thing you are uploading. Okay. So with this, friends, we come to the end of the webinar. Sindhu, you want the link of cooking badge? It is there in the chat. For the help of everybody, we are going to share the links again in the chat. So you can use this links and log in and upload all your activities. And I thank you all for being part of this webinar, and we will see you soon on Monday. Until that, goodbye, see you, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.